I swear I'm gonna start wearing a red fucking cape when I do these reviews, because here I am again, gonna have to defend another horror movie against the idiots on IMDb. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So tonight we're talking about a movie called The Source of the Shadows. It's another anthology movie. I think that's the third anthology flick that's been released in the last couple of months. I actually had this movie since April, and I totally forgot I even had it. And there hasn't been a lot come out this week, or actually the last couple weeks, to be honest with you. So I was going through what I had, and I came across this one, and I thought, fuck, how the hell do I have an anthology movie sitting on my laptop, and I haven't watched it yet, because I absolutely love them. So anyways, I sat down and watched this. I thought this movie was really good. I'll get into why in a minute, but then, as I always do, you got to look the movie up afterwards to kind of get some research on it. And you know me, stupid me, I always go to IMDb first, just to see the ratings and all this sort of stuff. And there it was, a 3.3 out of 10. And I was like, what? So I went on the fucking user rating again, which I know I shouldn't do. And I think at the time of this video, there was like 152 votes, and over 100 people have given this movie a 4 or less. So right now it's sitting at 3.3 out of 10. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck are these bozos watching? Like, yeah, this isn't like a perfect movie. No anthology movie is. I mean, you've got a group of short films that come together to make one large film for the most part. Now, the difference with this one is there's no wraparound story. Like, usually most anthology films have like a, one film that kind of starts it off. You might see a clip of it in the middle, and then it ends the movie off. That doesn't have this in it. All it is, I'll read the synopsis, a series of stories woven together by one of our most primal fears, the fear of the unknown. That's all this movie is. I mean, these short films weren't made for this movie. They just got the rights or paid the directors, so they could pick their short film and use it in their one film. And it's like an hour and a half long. There's 10 shorts in it. And I thought for the most part they were banging. And I was thinking to myself, like, why are there so many people on here that don't like this movie? And the only reason I can come up with is because they're idiots and they can't fucking understand what's going on here. As bad as that is to say, but I'll be God honest with you when it comes to this stuff. And I can't think of any other fucking reason. It's like, I've said this so many fucking times with horror movies, or just movies in general, okay? And this might be insulting, and whatever. I'm just here to tell you the fucking truth. So many people, and it's not their fault, okay? It's filmmakers' fault, but so many people watch mainstream horror movies, you know what I mean? And they're so, for the most part, not all of them, but I would say probably like 85 to 90% of horror movies that come out are so dumbed down, and they just force feed you everything so you know what's going on. You know every little bit about what the fuck, why shit's happening, what's gonna happen. Like, there's always an ending. It's just, they take all the thought process out of the film so that the audience sits there and can just stuff their face full of fucking popcorn and not have to think at all. And I get that, and it works in some movies. But I think when you come across short films like this, a lot of the shorts in this film, like, I actually went back and watched it again, okay? I flipped through some of the shorts because when they were ending, and a lot of them aren't that long. They're only like 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Because there's 10 in here, and they got to pump through to make like a 90-minute film here. So they go by pretty quick, and if you miss one little snippet of one of the shorts, you may not understand it. And I'm not going to lie, there was a few that I had to go back and rewatch because I didn't understand when I watched it the first time what the fuck the short was about, or how it pertains to this movie, right? Fear of the unknown. But if you go back and rewatch them and think a little bit, like I had to do, then you get it, and you understand what that segment was about. And there are some fucking good ones in here. I'm going to quickly give you the list here. Tethered, I'll just give you this is the problem with anthology films, because I could drag this video on forever, but I'll just quickly give you every short that's in here and what I thought about it. So Tethered is a good flick. Okay, all these movies are shot well. The acting is on point for the most part with them. The way they're filmed, the cinematography is fantastic. Like, that's not the issue here. The only issue I can see why people may not be liking them is because they've watched it once. A lot of these don't fucking, you know, dumb it down and just give you the answers. So you actually have to fucking think. And I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't like that. I fucking love it. You know what I mean? I love watching something and having to go back and think about it, sometimes for days, to try and come up with your own answers as to what the fuck you just watched. But Tethered is the first one. It's a really good. Now it's you know, is it a zombie flick? I don't know. But again, you're gonna have to fucking watch it. Inside the House. I don't want to give, you know, too many spoilers for these, but when I saw it, I had to go back and watch that one a second time and I'm thinking, like, is she, the woman in this, the girl, is she like a vampire or something? Because she obviously can't be killed if you see what happens to her. Amberg is the one that I really didn't understand what was going on here, and I've watched it twice, and I'm going to watch it again. If you've seen this and you see these, the third one in this anthology is called Amberg. And explain to me what you think is going on here. Adrift is okay. I mean, it's just your standard ghost story. It shot really well, though. I didn't not like it. Don't Look in Their Eyes was my second favorite. Okay, it's really short. You have to really pay attention, but it's creepy as fuck. And I'll be God honest, there's two movies in here that I kind of wished, well, actually three, that would get made into full-length feature films, and this is one of them. Don't Look Into Their Eyes is really fucking good, and at the end of it, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, it was really, really good. The one I like the most, actually, Don't Look in Their Eyes was my second favorite. Bestie is my favorite. It had, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie The Headhunter. I love that fucking movie, and this movie, Bestie, had that kind of a vibe to it. And, I mean, again, you have to watch every fucking frame of this film to catch what he's fucking running from, this hunter, okay, and what's happening to him. And I don't want to give spoilers, okay, but if you are going to watch this, watch it right to the end, because you do catch a glimpse of what's coming after him in his eyes. It's awesome. I fucking loved that movie the best. It was great. Banshee is really good too. I think it's the second longest story out of all of these. There is a creature in this one, or a demon, and it looked fucking killer. I was really hoping, because a lot of these shorts, because they're low budget, they don't really show the creatures or whatever in the movies. But this one showed it, and again, I don't want to give spoilers, but it looked fucking killer, and I mean, it made a good story, a great story in my eyes, and I really did enjoy that one. Transient, this is the one I had to watch a couple times just to find out what the fuck was going on. And, like, I don't want to give spoilers, okay? Just watch it a few times and you'll see exactly what's happening in this film, because the first time you see it, I guarantee you'll be like, I don't understand that at all, what's going on. But, or maybe you will, I don't know, maybe I'm just a dumbass. So I watched it a couple times and I finally got what the fear of the unknown was. And I don't want to give spoilers, but I'm going to say this just so you guys know that I kind of, for me anyways, what I thought it was. So plug your ears for 2 seconds and I'll put my hand down. But it's the fear of the unknown of, is there someone in your house when you don't expect it? Okay, so that's what what I got from this one. I thought it was pretty cool. Short, sweet, not made on a lot of money. Beastly Things. It was okay. I love animation, and I loved the old school style of animation in that. And, the story was whatever, but just the animation alone was really fucking cool. And then Withheld. Now I understand what they were getting at, right? Because when you call these phone sex operators and stuff, you don't really know what you're getting. For all you know, it could be a fucking man on the other line of the phone. So I think that was the whole premise of that one. But I don't know, man. It just, I don't know. I still think that they maybe shouldn't have put that one in. A standalone short film, it's great. Okay, the story in it and the ending is cool. But I think they could have done without that one. It didn't really have that. Well, I guess it did. But I don't know. It just didn't work with everyone else or all the other shorts that they put in here. So anyways, okay. Again, when you do anthology reviews, I mean, you could talk for hours really, because each short film, really does need to be explained. But listen, I'm always honest with you, okay? If I don't like something, I will tell you it's a piece of shit. This movie is not a 3.3, okay? I think Geek Legion of Doom, they did a review on it, and I think they gave it right around a 5 out of 10. I would have to say that I would go a little bit higher. Just, I love anthology films, man. I love short horror films. I mean, Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. I must have watched that movie like 20 times. I love, and there's no wraparound story there. It's just, you know, short film after short film. It's all mostly animated except for a couple, but I don't know, man. To me, anthology films are like pizza. You know, even a bad pizza is still a pretty good pizza. You know what I mean? Like, you're always going to get films in it that you love, and then you're going to get ones that you think are fucking stupid. And for me anyways, as long as the good outweighs the bad, I mean, I'll sit down and watch it any day. So I would give this one a rating. I would probably give this one probably like a 6.5. You know what I mean? Maybe a 7. Again, there were a few in here that I didn't feel should be, but you're gonna get that. So, but I would recommend this movie, man. Like, I wouldn't bypass it. Don't go on IMDb and listen to what some of these people say, because they clearly don't get what they're fucking, you know, trying to do, or they just didn't understand what some of these short films were about. And again, like I said, I didn't understand them all either. I had to go back and watch them a couple times, and then it fucking clicked in my dumb head that what the fuck was going on, and I got it, and it just made it that much more enjoyable. So I think this is really well done. For the most part, what they picked was really good, and it worked. I'm going to give it, yeah, I think like a 6.5. The Source of Shadows, if you've seen this, let me know what you think, guys. And if you haven't, please go rent it. It's out now. I think it's even available on YouTube for like $5 or something like that. But seriously, it is worth your watch. Some of the films in here are killers. So anyways, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. If you haven't, go rent it. Come back. Let me know what you think. And until next time, guys, stay scared.